अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। आप सब लोगों को ईद मुबारक हो। और हम लोग अभी कितना बजे है, 12:15 हो रहा है। इस्ना कनाडा के पास खड़े हुए हैं मिसिसागा में जो है। लेकिन ये कि ट्रैफिक बहुत ज़्यादा है, आप लोग को दिखाती हूँ, बहुत ज़्यादा रश है। और ये 4th इनकी सलाह है। फाइनली हम लोग मूव कर रहे हैं। अभी आधे घंटे से यहाँ पे खड़े हुए थे, इतना ट्रैफिक है। एक मिनट दिखाते हैं आपको रश। ये देखें कितना रश है, गाड़ियाँ बिल्कुल मूव ही नहीं कर रही हैं। और बारिश भी बहुत हो रही है, रात से मेरे ख्याल से बारिश हो रही है ना। फाइनली हम लोग इंस्टा के इंटरेस्ट पे पहुँच गए। अभी देखिए कितना वक्त लगता है, 12:30 हो गया। आज वो नहीं लगाया ईद दिन से लौटते हुए। किसका है, माहिर जैन का। आज से शैतान खुल गया फिर से, है खत्म हो गए रोजे। वॉलंटियर्स ही क्या खड़े हुए हैं, 1 मिनट।
गए होंगे पढ़ने, उस वजह हम
वो लोग पहले ही पढ़ लेते हैं ना, ड्यूटीज़ है ना इनकी अलग अलग।
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله. الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله وحده صدق وعده ونصر عبده وأعز جنده وهزم الأحزاب وحده لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وعلى أنصار سيدنا محمد وسلم تسليما كثيرا. الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Eid Mubarak. My apologies for speaking over the takbirat.
الله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر. So 7 in total, 7 in total inshallah, and then there will be 8 in total inshallah in the first rak'ah, and then 6 in total. So 7 plus takbirat al-ihram, and then inshallah 5 plus takbirat al-ihram.
And for the person who's crippled by debts, get up and say Allah is greater than that. And find that connection in Allah and with Allah and through Allah that allows you to rise above any limitation.
Right now we are at the Beltway. Matari is this space. It's a coffee shop. कैरी 20 मिनट लगे हैं। हेलो माय यूट्यूब फैमिली, हाउ आर यू ऑल? कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? उम्मीद करती हूँ आप सब लोग अच्छे होंगे, खैरियत से होंगे। और आज हम लोग जा रहे हैं द टेस्ट ऑफ लखनऊ की इवेंट करने एट TMU विच इज़ टोरंटो मेट्रोपॉलिटन यूनिवर्सिटी। और पहले इसका नाम हुआ करता था रायसन यूनिवर्सिटी, जहाँ से मरियम उस्मान ने अपनी तालीम ली है, अपना ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट किया है। और दिखाते हैं आप लोगों को इवेंट भी इंशाल्लाह कवर करेंगे। थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड बताती हैं, बस आप बताइए SLC इज़ व्हाट?
So the SLC is the Sheldon and Levi Learning Center. It's a new study building on campus. New as in like it opened up in, I don't even know, like 2015 or something, which is 11 years ago. It's not the newest building on campus, but it's one of the newer ones, and it has study spaces. It's connected to the library, and each floor has a different theme. So we have a sun floor, which is completely red, and it's really nice and bright. There's the sky floor, which is just upstairs, the highest floor. There's lots of light there. So the SLC is a building on campus that's comprised of study spaces, and each floor has a different theme. So we'll just be on the first floor of the SLC, which is the amphitheater. It's where the main entrance is, and there's a lot of foot traffic there. So inshallah we'll see a lot of people there, and we're very excited to be there. So yeah.
Hi, welcome to the Taste of Lucknow at TMU, downtown Toronto.
No, I made it.
Today I got khale jam from Taste of Lucknow and saffron rice kheer, just like a pudding, rice pudding, and some vegetable samosas, plus gajar halwa, which is like carrot crumble.
This is the carrot crumble.
Yeah.
Samosas. Here.
And please join my WhatsApp group.
The best part of the event was that we got to meet a lot of people, and there was free popcorn.
And lots of people have joined the group.
And lots of people have also joined the Taste of Lucknow WhatsApp group, so that's great. It's amazing.
Alhamdulillah, the event was good. इतना हमने एक्सपेक्ट किया था उतना तो अच्छा नहीं रहा, बट ये कि नए लोगों से मिलना हुआ, लोगों ने ग्रुप ज्वाइन किया, और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जिन लोगों ने भी मेरा खाना टेस्ट किया टेस्ट ऑफ लखनऊ का, उन सबको बहुत अच्छा लगा। तो इंशाल्लाह मिलते हैं आपसे फिर से किसी नई इवेंट में, नई जगह पे नई मुलाकात करते हैं। इंशाल्लाह अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा। टेक केयर, बाय बाय। हेलो फ्रेंड्स, हाउ आर यू ऑल? हम लोग को क्या आज हम लोग जा रहे हैं लंदन, और घर से ये सोच के निकले थे लाइक बहुत अच्छा मौसम है। मैंने तो बिल्कुल समर के कपड़े पहने हुए, शलवार सूट निकाल के, सॉक्स भी नहीं पहने, आज सैंडल पहनी कि चलो समर आ जाए। बस अब फीलिंग लाइक समर, अंदर से ये भावनाएं उमड़ के आ रही हैं कि आज समर स्टार्ट हो गया है, लेकिन हुआ नहीं है। अभी दिखाती हूँ, फ्लरीज गिर रही हैं, स्नो जैसा लग रहा है, माहौल हो रहा है। और जब आप टूवर्ड्स ईस्ट आप पड़ता है लंदन, है ना? वेस्ट? अच्छा, आई हैव नो आइडिया, आई एम वेरी पुअर इन ज्योग्राफी। अच्छा, वेस्ट साइड जब आप जाते हैं तो आपको ज़्यादा जो है ठंड मिलती है। तो हम लोग ये घर से बिल्कुल भूखे निकले हैं, कुछ खाया नहीं है, सिर्फ एक कप चाय पी और एक बिस्किट। अब मेज़बानों से पूछा जा रहा है, मेज़बान जो है लंच नहीं करते हैं, वो लोग सिर्फ डिनर करते हैं। तो ये इनसे पूछा जा रहा है कि आज हम लोग को ब्रंच मिलेगा, लंच मिलेगा या डिनर मिलेगा। तो खबर आई है कि तीनों चीज़ें मिलना चाहिए इंशाल्लाह। जी, स्नो भी दिखाते हैं जी। बस मैं एनीथिंग यू वांट टू ऐड अप?
No, I'm just excited.
So what we are getting for them?
We got a box of Danish pastry house, assorted pastries. We got a couple croissants and like different things that we haven't tried yet. We got a gingerbread man. Yeah, so just something sweet and savory, a mix of it.
What about from Hamilton? You said something, yeah?
In Hamilton,
Yeah, we're making a stop at Hamilton.
we have manage, yeah.
We're making a stop at Hamilton to
Make manai?
buy
लेट मी शो टू माय यूट्यूब फैमिली। इसमें अरे तो गायब हो गई,
कहाँ गायब हो गई?
कहाँ है? I'll just show you. देखो गायब हो गई, कहाँ है? ये आ गया इसना कनाडा, इस्लामिक सोसाइटी ऑफ नॉर्थ अमेरिका। अभी तो फ्लरीज कम हो गई हैं, अब आगे इंशाल्लाह जब होगी तो दिखाएंगे। थोड़ी थोड़ी सी है, ज़्यादा नहीं है, बादल बहुत ज़्यादा है। चलें आज आप लोग को लंदन घुमाते हैं, अगर मौका लगा इंशाल्लाह। रात तक के लौटने का इरादा है और देखते हैं क्या क्या स्पॉट्स हैं वहाँ पे। शायद मैंने पहले कवर किया होगा, वाइट ओक मॉल है और एक और कोई मॉल है जिसका मुझे नाम याद ही नहीं रहता, इट्स सो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड। तो इंशाल्लाह वापस चला जाए मिसिसागा है। ये तो मैं कह रही थी। अब देखिए कितनी ज़्यादा स्नो स्टार्ट हो गई है, अल्लाह करे आगे ना हो इंशाल्लाह। तो समर मोड से निकले थे हैं,
अभी तो डस्टी है बस।
स्लो अरे स्लो चलो, थोड़ा सा स्लिपटी हो जाता है फिर। एकदम से सब भगाने के मूड में है कि रोड्स क्लीन थी एकदम। चलो इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद करते हैं, दुआ करें अल्लाह करे आगे लंदन में ना मिले स्नो, वरना घर ही में बैठे रह जाएंगे, फिर कहीं बाहर नहीं निकल पाएंगे। इट्स सो डिसहार्टनिंग। हो जाएगा इंशाल्लाह क्लियर। जैसे जैसे हम लंदन की टूवर्ड्स बढ़ रहे हैं तो यहाँ पे एकदम वेदर क्लियर है, ब्राइट सनी डे लग रहा है। दिखाती हूँ आप लोगों को कितनी ज़्यादा क्लैरिटी है। नो फ्लरीज, नो स्नो। लंदन में ऐसी ब्राइट सनी डे हो ताकि हम लोग बाहर कुछ घूम सकें। हेलो व्यूअर्स, हाउ आर यू ऑल? आई होप आप सब लोग अच्छे होंगे, अपना और अपनी फैमिली का ख्याल रखते होंगे। आज हम लोग आए हुए हैं मिल्टन। यहाँ पर एक बहुत प्यारी सी बच्ची है, इसका नाम है ज़ैनब। तो इंशाल्लाह वो मिल्टन में एज अ मेयर के लिए खड़ी हो रही है, तो हम लोग उसको सपोर्ट करने के लिए आए हैं। तो इंशाल्लाह अभी इवेंट स्टार्ट होने वाली है, सो आई विल बी कवरिंग एवरीथिंग इंशाल्लाह, आई एम श्योर। Yes, Basma, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, really excited to support Zainab today. She's running for mayor in Milton. We met her at a different event where she told us about her studies at Harvard and her experiences there. She teaches there actually, and now she's moving back here to give back to the community and make a change here, make a positive difference. So it's great to see someone like that and be inspired. And she's the same age as me, so that's really cool.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm really excited to see what she has to say today.
Yeah. Mania, you want to say something?
Yeah, we're here to support a Muslim girl. So I'm proud of a proud moment for the Muslim community, and very excited to help in whatever way we can.
Yeah, inshallah, inshallah. We're just waiting for her, inshallah. I'll show you, what the arrangements are going on.
Taylor. I've been here in town for about 10 years. I have a nice young family. I live just next neighborhood over. Started out in this neighborhood and now we live over there. We have been here, about 10 years. I had a small business here in town, which unfortunately, due to unfortunate circumstances, as many of us often do, we see that those are the areas that we can help in, that we can create direct change in. And so that's what I did. I volunteered with immigrant youth, with women and girls that I could help out wherever I could through networking opportunities and leadership workshops and all that. And through that, I realized that how powerful the government and the opportunities that the government provides to these nonprofits, and that both of these organs are necessary to keep our society running. And I didn't see that sort of work being done until I saw Zainab and the leadership workshops that she's been doing in Milton for the past 2.5 weeks. With that, she's taking the work that she's learned and she's educating the youth in Milton, something that we've been lacking. We've been lacking third spaces that help the community grow. And with that, I found myself being attracted to this campaign because her goals are not something that ends in October. It doesn't end that day. No, she has a future and she has a vision for this campaign that goes more further than what we have with just election day. And with that, I'd like to pass it on to Manoj.
I don't actually think I need to do a speech after all of those speeches. They captured it better than I ever could. So thank you for sharing your stories, all of you, Hiba, Manon, and Beata. While they were speaking, I was looking at all of your faces, actually, while I was trying to memorize my speech. And what I saw was your faces soften a little bit. I saw some heart softening. I've lived in Milton most of my life, and I have seen people who have such care, who have taught me how to hope. I've watched their hearts harden a little bit over the years when they found it harder and harder to believe that things can change, that things can be different, be it in our politics or our policies. When we see a politics of division, of identity politics, of trying to be something rather than do something. The same softening that I just saw on your faces, I saw 3 weeks ago on the face of an elder who was sitting on our couch in our living room. And I was looking at his face and he was looking at me as if I was speaking a completely different language when I shared how we were going to do this campaign. He said, "What are you talking about?" And so I said, "Why don't you just show up? We have a meeting every Sunday with all the volunteers that you see here right now. Why don't you just come and see for yourself?" He showed up. He sat in the back for 2 hours on a folding chair, which is harder for some of us to do. He was observing and then slowly started participating. And when we were closing the session, he stood up and he asked, "Can I say something?" I didn't want to let him say something because he's a bit of a loose cannon, so I didn't know what he was going to say. But he stood up and he said, with a shy smile on his face, "I get it now. I understand the hope, not in here, but in here." And it wasn't me who convinced him. It wasn't anything that I said, just like today it won't be anything that I said. It was seeing people. It was seeing and witnessing these volunteers take responsibility for the betterment not only of their own lives, but of their neighbors. Seeing them do something with each other, not alone. Seeing that they care so deeply about the world around them, and that they have the courage to act on that care without knowing the outcome. Nobody knows where this is going to lead, whether you win or don't win. But they have the courage to act on it. I know that there are people here today who are exactly where that elder was 3 weeks ago. Some of you I spoke to just yesterday. Some of you I spoke to 30 seconds ago standing here as you were giving me advice on what the journey ahead is going to look like. There are people who are tired, who are skeptical, who are disappointed too many times to want to be disappointed again. I myself gave up on politics and politicians a long time ago as a means to create change in this world. The thought of even standing here in front of you today, I have some friends who've known me since I was 7 years old. The thought of me doing this is actually crazy to them, and to me. But it's because I never gave up on believing in people, and on what people can do, the beautiful things that we can all do when they act together on shared values and shared purpose. The reason we started today, not with me and my story, but with the stories of Beata and Hiba and Manon, is because this campaign is not a campaign about one person. It is a campaign about people. When someone asks me, why am I doing this? The answer is, in one word, people. It's the reason I always come back home no matter where I go. Whether it was at 11, commuting to Toronto at 5 in the morning, coming back at 7 at night, or recently down south, or what's happening, I always come back home because I care for the people who have cared for me and my family, and who care not as an individual ambition, but for a collective ambition of what we can do to make this world a bit better. It's about people like Beata, a mother who wants the best for her children. It's about people like Hiba and Manon who care deeply about others and want to do something to act on that care. It's about people like you and like me who have hopes and dreams, who want to be able to fulfill those dreams close to those we love most, without having to leave to make a living or to live a full life. The people of this town, of Milton, have so much possibility and potential. It's time that this town valued our time and our talent and our people. We have everything that we need. It's not just people with talent, but people with values. We have beauty in our own backyard. For those of you who are new, you can see it just out the window. We have land to choose how we develop in the future. There is nothing we haven't been given. We just aren't valuing it. We're letting it leave this town every morning on the go or on the 401, wasting time for a bus that never comes, driving kids around if you're lucky enough to have parents who can do that, or in the Tim Hortons parking lot because there's nothing for our kids to do. Seniors who are spending their time in isolation, or time on Britannia trying to get a Ridgeway. That is time that we could be spending with family or on the things that matter most. Politicians are really good at talking about money, but time is money. Time is affordability. Time is the most precious gift we have, and every day we are losing it, leaving this town, trying to get around. It is hundreds of people in their living rooms, not paid polls or proxies of people, that we and our team have listened to, who have said they know exactly what they want. They want to spend time in the town that they love with the people that they love. With careers close to home, so they don't have to leave to make a living. With transit that you can trust, so moms and dads don't have to take off work just to pick up and drop off their kids. And affordable things to do. A town that's alive after 5. So you don't only have to spend your time making a living, but can actually enjoy the living that you make. Because people did not move here just to sleep and survive. They moved here, and many generations before sacrificed and struggled so we could all live full and fulfilling lives. The change that we see, real change, will take all of us. So for us, as Hiba was saying, winning is not just election day. Winning is delivering. And to deliver, we win by getting people to participate and to take responsibility of their home. Believing that we all have a place and a part to play in the story of not just this town, but in this world. That we don't just have to sit as passive spectators on the sidelines, but as active participants on the pitch, even if we risk getting hit by the ball, which has happened to me many times, and I know will happen again during this campaign. Winning means that we have to show people, not just tell them, what hope looks like. It means softening people's hearts, again, to the possibility that we can do and deserve so much more. That transformation of hearts and minds to then act with our hands like we started with today needs to happen not just in this room, but across this town. That is how we begin to change the world, is right here. We change it by giving people permission to hope again. The 2 volunteers and every person in this room had the courage to take the first step. You showed up, you came here. You're going to share your story with your neighbors and then act on those shared values. Anybody can talk about hope, but it is not by our words, but by our deeds. Deeds that every person in this room I have met has already done, that we show people what we can do in creating a politics of hope. A politics not focused on a person, but on people. And there's a lot of people who have taken a leap of faith. Some who I just met today, some who have been working for other campaigns, who were supporting other campaigns, who have never been part of a campaign, but showed up today believing that we could build hope at home again and committing to do that work. You can look around this room at the people and some of the posters, people who have poured their hopes and dreams into this campaign. We had a high schooler cancel his haircut appointment to show up to one of our Sunday meetings from 1 to 5 p.m. It's a big deal if you have a high school in your home. It's a big deal. You have to wait weeks to get the next one. But it's because beyond these words, he knows something that we all have to know, that the work is what matters, not just the words. It is the driving question. It is the driving question that my teachers and my mother have instilled in me since I was so little. You know, when I co-published a book, which might be a big deal for some people, my mother took it, and the first thing she said to me was, "Great, what are you going to do with it now?" So if you have parents, immigrant parents, don't count on them being too happy even if you publish a book. But I don't take it for granted because it teaches me a lesson that it's not enough just to have a book sitting on a shelf. We actually have to do the work. And the question now is not what am I going to do about it? The question is what are we all going to do about it? How can we collectively make this world a better place for the people that we love, in the town that we love, using what we have, where we are, starting here in Milton. Every single time something impossible has happened in human history, it has happened because of ordinary people, not those sitting in boardrooms, but in a small place, chose. They chose hope over fear. They chose faith over fear. They chose each other over themselves. So my question is, will we choose the same thing? This is where we begin because this is where our people are. And speaking of people, if you have been a volunteer on this campaign, if you have come to one of the house meetings, hosted a house meeting, or a policy focus group, can you please stand up now? Don't be shy because I know who you are and I will come personally to you to do that. All of you in thank you. While they were coming, I wanted to think about the fact that it's on days like this, a Sunday in the middle of May, or in the beginning of May, in the middle of the day, 6 months before the election, that we had people out here door knocking. Days like this, that we win. Because people are doing something about the problems that they see. That is real. Doing something, not being something. We must dare to believe and imagine that things can be different. And then put in the work to make them different. With our time, with our 2 feet, with our tongue, and the language that we speak. Hope will not arrive on October 26th. I will not say that. Hope is right here. Including all of you. Shukriya, Auntie, thank you very much. आप लोग आए और भाषा बैठे और आज खत्म भी लगा था आप लोगों ने इसके बाद जो है अपने बच्चों को भी नमाज पढ़ना
Yeah, I just wanted to say something really quickly. The video? Yeah, I just wanted to say something really quickly that we appreciated the speeches. It was amazing. I love the focus on the people. Oh, awesome. I'm happy to get more involved.
Yes, did you talk to somebody on the team?
I did talk to someone else.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, you need to get involved.